Li Hongyi and Menglong's whispers. The night the slave contract secret began to crack China's entertainment industry. The whisper began where secrets usually do, not in the light, but in the dark. It was past midnight when the elevator doors slid shut in a nearly empty Beijing hotel, sealing Li Hongyi and menglong inside a mirrored box of silence. No assistants. No cameras. No smiles rehearsed for tomorrow's headlines. Just two actors, exhausted, cornered by an industry that had given them everything and quietly taken far more. Neither man spoke at first. The city lights outside blurred like a wounded constellation, and for a moment, it felt as though the entire entertainment empire was holding its breath. Then menglong broke the silence. "They don't own our faces," he said softly, "but they own our time, our names, our futures." Li Hongyi didn't look surprised. He had heard this before, heard it in late-night phone calls, in coded WeChat messages that disappeared seconds after being read, in the hollow laughter of actors who suddenly stopped working and were never spoken of again. What menglong was referring to had a name whispered only in fragments across the industry. The slave contract. A golden cage with velvet walls. From the outside, China's entertainment industry gleams like polished jade. Red carpets. Luxury endorsements. Billboards towering above cities like modern gods carved in LED light. But inside, another story circulates. Young actors sign contracts at 18, 19, 20, documents thicker than law textbooks, written in language deliberately designed to confuse. Clauses hidden like landmines. Penalties that grow with success. Exit fees that balloon into impossible sums. In this fictional account, insiders describe contracts that last 10 to 15 years, granting agencies near total control. Projects approved or denied without explanation. Personal relationships monitored. Social media posts scripted. Medical leave treated as breach of duty. Mental exhaustion dismissed as lack of discipline. Break the contract, and the punishment is silence. No roles. No brands. No public explanation. Just disappearance. "They don't have to destroy you loudly," Li Hongyi allegedly whispers in this imagined narrative. "They just stop letting the world hear you." The first crack, a dressing room with no cameras. The turning point, according to the story, didn't happen on a stage or in court. It happened in a dressing room with flickering fluorescent lights and a door that refused to lock properly. menglong had just finished a 19-hour shoot. His wrist trembled as he removed a costume soaked in sweat and makeup. On the table lay a revised contract, version 7.3, stamped urgent. No salary increase. Extended exclusivity. A new clause. Artists shall not engage in any independent negotiation, public expression, or third-party cooperation without written consent. You laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was absurd. "They wanted my silence notarized," he later tells Li Hongyi in this fictional reconstruction. "They already had my body." Li Hongyi, younger but no less trapped, recognized the pattern instantly. Different agency. Same structure. Same invisible leash. That night, instead of signing, you folded the contract and slipped it into his bag. That single act of hesitation became dangerous. The industry's favorite weapon, isolation. Within days, things changed. Calls went unanswered. A major drama role vanished without explanation. A brand partnership was postponed indefinitely. Online, carefully planted rumors began to circulate, vague, untraceable, corrosive. In this fictional universe, menglong notices something chilling. The rumors don't accuse him of crimes. They accuse him of being difficult. Difficult is the industry's death sentence. Li Hongyi experienced the same pressure months earlier. A sudden coldness at events. Producers avoiding eye contact. Friends warning him, quietly, to be careful. Isolation is how they teach obedience, Li says in a whispered scene. You start doubting your own worth. And that's when the whispers began spreading, not loudly, but persistently. Actors talking to actors. Managers warning protégés off the record. Anonymous posts appearing online for minutes before vanishing. 3 words repeated like a curse. Don't fight it. Why the contracts are called slave. In this fictional exposé, the term slave contract isn't about chains. It's about control without escape. Industry analysts inside the story describe a system where debt replaces chains, training fees, image costs, investment recovery. Time replaces freedom, decades-long exclusivity. Silence replaces consent. Actors don't just perform characters. They perform gratitude. You're told you're lucky, Yu Menglong mutters in one imagined scene. So lucky that you stopped noticing the bars. Hongyi nods. He remembers being told at 19 that exhaustion was proof of success. That pain meant relevance. That questioning meant betrayal. The most terrifying part? The contracts are legal, signed willingly, and enforced ruthlessly. The night of the recording that was never meant to exist. Every system fears documentation. In this fictional storyline, a late-night meeting goes wrong for the wrong people. A phone left recording. A conversation too honest. A voice, calm, authoritative, says, "Artists are assets. If one resists, we freeze them until compliance becomes survival." The file never officially surfaces, but fragments leak. Transcripts without sources. Audio analyzed, denied, dismissed. Yet something changes. Fans begin asking questions. Not loudly, but consistently. Why did this actor disappear? Why did that contract renewal look identical? Why do so many stars take breaks at the same time? The whispers escape the cage. Hongyi and Yu Menglong. Not heroes, just tired men. This story does not paint them as revolutionaries. It paints them as exhausted. 2 men who loved acting and slowly realized that loving it too much made them vulnerable. In a powerful fictional scene, they sit across from each other in a car parked under an overpass, rain drumming like static on the roof. "If we speak," Lee says, "we lose everything. If we don't," Yu replies, "we lose ourselves." There is no dramatic decision, no cinematic vow, just silence, and the understanding that silence itself has become a choice. Why the industry is afraid of whispers. Empires don't fall from explosions. They fall from questions. The danger of whispers is that they don't attack, they linger. They infect conversations. They make contracts look suspicious. They make young trainees hesitate before signing. In this fictional narrative, agencies respond the only way they know how. Louder success stories, stricter NDAs, harsher penalties. But something irreversible has begun. The illusion of choice is cracking. The final scene, a message that self-destructs. The article ends not with justice, but with uncertainty. A message appears on an encrypted app. They can block my work. They can rewrite my story. But they can't unsee what we've seen. Seconds later, it vanishes. No confirmation. No denial. Only the echo. And somewhere in the endless corridors of the entertainment industry, contracts are still being signed, while a new generation reads the fine print just a little more carefully. Because once whispers begin, even the loudest empires listen.